So today I'm making some new music. It's been far too long since I've made my last song, and I'm supposed to be posting like a lot more. And just to be able to grow myself as an independent artist and to be able to actually, go into making a living as an artist, like I really need to be able to push my music and create new music and more music and drop at least like one, at bare minimum one, but preferably like two songs a month. So I'm going to just be trying to make a lot more music, especially here on stream with y'all as well, so that y'all could give me like input and shit and just let me know what y'all want to hear. And I'm just gonna be putting out more music. Like I'm gonna be putting out a lot of music on my subscription on Rivet, and then like dropping a lot of my shit on all platforms as well. But just a lot of like unreleased and unfinished music like on my Rivet. So subscribe to that if y'all want to hear some new shit. And I know people already are subscribed to that, and I'm not posting shit on there, so I'm like I'm bugging. Like I need to get my shit going. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I don't have any beats. I'm gonna go to BeatStars and search and try to come up with something that I like, that I enjoy. Creating music is difficult for me, and I feel like I take a long time to actually get into it because it's very meaningful and like a spiritual kind of process, and like you really have to get into a feeling and feel out a lot of emotions, and well, at least for my music, and be very like vulnerable and shit. I'll be writing all my songs in a notebook. I like love like actually just writing shit out. Like I'll type in my notes if I have to, but I just way rather prefer like actually writing shit out. Like, I feel like it's the artist in me. It's like even though I suck at drawing or painting for real, I make abstract paintings. The way I come up with music is essentially like mumbling to the beats and just like trying to come up with some type of flow and just like get in the pocket and just like get like my vocals going on there. Just try to figure out if I can even catch a nice flow on the beat itself, and then punch it in words on top of those flows that like fit into that, and obviously making that be meaningful and having some kind of message and some kind of thing to say within it. So it's a whole process, and a lot of the time, like, what the fuck? I'm gonna write something to this real quick. I gotta fuck with this. It goes on and on. It isn't over. You can keep going on and on. Yeah. Make it last that long. I think I'm like more as though making this. Kind of what I'm thinking about when I'm making this is like trying to, like the idea of like trying to let go of like grief and shit that you're holding on to that's negative, and just feel like it's an ongoing cycle of like being held to it. So I think that's kind of more as though the idea of what I'm going into with this song. Like, yeah. Just like, yeah, because I say on and on. It goes on and on. It isn't over. You can keep going on. on and on. Pain can't last that long. When is it over? When am I moving on? I'm saying this. I'm saying that shit like it's fucking Dr. Seuss. No, no, no. I said that shit way too early. Molly in my sock. Molly in my sock. Yeah. On and on. It goes on and on. It isn't over. You can keep going on and on. Pain can't last that long. When is it over? When am I moving on? I haven't made music in so long. I'm over here like confused when I just got on FL. Yeah, on and on. It goes on and on. It isn't over. You can keep going on and on. Pain can't last that long. When is it over? When am I moving on? Oh fuck. Why can't I hit that? Yeah. On and on. It goes on and on. On and on. It goes on and on. It isn't over. You can keep going on and on. Pain can't last that long. When is it over? When am I moving on? Yeah, listen Lord, listen Lord, listen Lord. It's hard to try when you don't see results. Is it over? When am I moving on? It's hard to try when you don't see results. Doubt in the back of my mind. Am I giving my all? Is it over? When am I moving on? It's hard to try when you don't see results. Doubt in the back of my mind. Am I giving my all? Not satisfied, should be farther along. I can't wallow in my, should be farther along. I can't wallow in my sorrow. We gotta keep moving on. I need to mute this for a second so I can hear the shit. I can't wallow in my sorrow. We gotta keep moving on and on. Am I moving on? It's hard to try when you don't see results. Down in the back of my mind, am I giving my all? What could I put at the beginning though? Yo, that's a ridiculous fucking. That would be a ridiculous opening. Just a whole different song at the beginning, and then just like rewinds to some other shit. That's a whole. I kind of like that. I failed so many times. Oh, I'm sick of it. I failed so many times. Oh, I'm sick of it. Mad doubt in my mind. Need to get rid of it. I failed so many times. Oh, I'm sick of it. Oh, I failed.
too many times. Oh, I'm sick of it. Oh, you failed too many times. Oh, I'm sick of it. Right down in my mind. Need to get rid of it. Times. Oh, I'm sick of it. Right down in my mind. Need to get rid of it. Right down in my mind. Need to get rid of it. Yeah.
Oh, another song.
On and on.
That's mad funny to me. Like that shit is literally it's just like a fucking cheese song in the beginning. Just goes into a whole new fucking song.
On and on, it goes on and on, it isn't over. You can keep going on and on. Make it last that long. When is it over? When am I moving on? Not satisfied, should be farther along. I can't wallow in my sorrow. I gotta keep moving on. Yeah, on and on. It goes on and on. It goes on and on. It goes on and on. It isn't over. It isn't over. You can keep going on. Going on and on and on. Make it last that long. Make it last that long. When is it over? It isn't over. When am I moving on?
Alright, I'm gonna mix this, but that's pretty much it right here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm gonna get back on this later on tonight and either make a song or do something else for real. But I want to keep the streams going, so I appreciate y'all for coming through. And thank y'all so much. I'm gonna mix this song and put it on my Rivet to just keep putting more music on my Rivet because I have a subscription, $5 a month on my Rivet, where I'm just posting all of my unreleased music and all the music I make. So if y'all want to hear all this music, it's gonna be on there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. All right, we'll see you later.